unless you have something. There's some big news.
Yeah, go on.
The scientists are always up to things.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What do we got?
Always up to their games.
No, I don't like them these days. I think they've gone too far these days.
Well, this one's kind of a bit more chill. They've sequenced the genome of the humble fava bean.
The humble fava bean?
Fava bean.
The fava bean?
AKA broad bean, as you may be familiar with. Commonwealth countries call it a broad bean. It's a faba bean or a fava bean, and you might be familiar with. Hannibal Lecter.
Yes.
What's he say?
I ate his liver with some fava beans. Is that what he had him with? And then he goes,
and a nice Chianti.
Oh, and a nice Chianti. Jeez.
Yes. So they've sequenced the genome of the fava bean.
Is this good?
Well, what's curious about it is it has a massive genome of 13 billion base pairs, which is 4 times larger than the human genome.
The bean?
The bean. The bean has a very big genome. A lot of genes.
And is that good?
I don't know. It's a bit curious.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I'm just going to give you a bit of history of the broad bean that I've come across. So it's one of the most ancient plants in cultivation and also among the easiest to grow. However, the wild ancestor has not been identified and the original's unknown. So it's very old. It's very, very old. We don't really know where it came from.
Right.
These scientists note in the article that faba beans are naturally high in protein, fibre and iron, all nutrients that many people in the UK need more of. They also note that it's a great cover crop because it's a legume that fixes nitrogen into the soil rather than extracting it out. But it begs the question, okay, what's up with all them base pairs?
Right. What do you think they're up to?
At the end of the day, we don't know. I think we have a bit of a sleeper on our hands.
Oh.
I think you'll agree with me.
Put the robots to one side.
I think we've got a potential problem on our hands.
A threat?
Potential threat. So it's really positioned itself as one of the great beans, has it not?
Well, we deemed it worthy of sequencing. So that's our value we're putting onto it.
It's taken a long time. We haven't actually identified it as a threat yet, but now we're starting to look into it because it's good for humans, it's good for the environment. It's really positioned itself to be almost indispensable in some ways.
So are you suggesting that legumes are evolving to be required?
Not necessarily. I'm saying we don't know where it came from. And we don't know why it's being so nice to us.
Right.
And we don't know what all this copious DNA has in store for us. We got a real schemer. It's scheming. It's scheming.
You don't trust it?
I don't trust it. It's high in protein, fibre, iron.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it sounds great, doesn't it?
Sounds like a one-stop shop.
It is a one-stop shop. It's fixing nitrogen in the soil. Everyone's cool with it. But, I think we might have a bit of a water situation on our hands again.
Right.
And then there was the Persian Gulf War in 1991. The Joint Chiefs of Staff declared DEFCON 2 in the opening phase of Operation Desert Storm.
Yep. Q8, right?
Persian Gulf War. I don't really know much about that.
It sounds like boots on the ground, though.
So, the fact we haven't got... Look, all I'm saying is this fava bean it has a lot of unknowns to it, a lot of genes. It's doing a lot in the background. It's got a lot of information.
Look, it doesn't hurt to ask questions. And, I just
don't think we should be taking a psychopathic fictional character in Hannibal Lecter enjoyed fava beans. Isn't there not something to that?
Linkage, right. You're looking for the link there.
I think we should have
You're drawing more lines.
We should have a good look at Chianti. I think the Chianti is a bit of an issue as well. Hey, I heard I have heard some bullshit, a conspiracy theory. I mean, I'm going really deep today, aren't I?
No, you can go. You can go there.
It's a conspiracy theory about Hannibal Lecter. Okay, so someone did the analysis, probably someone that's on this particular medication, but a very common class of antidepressants are called monoamine oxidase inhibitors, or MAOIs.
Yeah.
Apparently, high tryptamine foods don't interact well with them. And coincidentally, liver, fava beans, and red wine are all high tryptamine foods. So when Hannibal Lecter says to Clarice that he ate his liver with some fava beans and nice Chianti, they think that
He was getting high.
no, he's secretly signaling to Clarice that he's not taking his meds. Because if he were and he had that meal, it would be fatal.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They don't, someone obviously commonly has those antidepressants and they know that you can't eat that
Doesn't
stuff.
it just show that he wasn't on those antidepressants?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
But
I suppose he was eating people's brains. So at that point, you would assume he's not on them, right? Like if you're eating someone's liver,
yeah,
at that point, you're probably not on your meds.
Probably not, yeah. But I didn't even know he had meds.
Well, he seems a little bit,
Yeah, but he's also, isn't he a psychologist, psychiatrist himself?
Is he?
Yeah, I think that's the whole, yeah.
He gets in people's heads, that whole thing?
Yeah. Hey, you should watch the show. It's actually pretty good. I think you'd enjoy it.
What show?
Hannibal Show. The Hannibal Show.
Oh, the show.
Yeah, there's a show. And Mads Mikkelsen, who you might know as being just the bad guy from everything for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He's in it as Hannibal.
Oh, okay.
So it's not...
yeah,
he's
not.
Younger. The character who is in Red Dragon, played by Edward Norton, it's him when he's younger. I think his name's Will or something. But no, it's a good show. I actually quite enjoyed it, but I watched it many years ago, so I don't know if I need to go back.
Okay.
But I think, it's quite good. I think you'd like it.
All right. I mean, you kind of want Anthony Hopkins in some sense, but
yeah, but if you can't get him because he's an old man, yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I think people will sell their digital likenesses for all eternity soon, and you'll be able to make movies with them forever until the end of time. So
you'll just be able to apply a digital skin on them, a bit like we're doing now.
Yeah, exactly the same.